Okay. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. So, party like it's 1999, sure. Hey, Path, welcome. Thank you. Path, I have to tell you, you are an effing genius. I have no idea if this is actually going to work, but we're doing it. At least we're giving it a try, okay? Juan Arellano. Hi, greetings. Thank you. Greetings. Thank you for showing up, Juan. We're doing another live recording here. So this one is going to be for Cancer, all right? This is going to be a Tarot Lumination Astrodoodle report for March for Cancers. That would be Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? Because that's the convention, and it actually works really well, so I'm not going to mess with it, okay? Path Travelers being a groupie. Oh. All right, let's have a look here. Hey Juan, where are you? Where are you right now? Are you in South America, Central America, somewhere? Give us a holler. Let us know. Hawaii. You're in Hawaii. Freaking cool, man. Thank you so much. So this one, we're going to do this one for Cancer. Okay. So let's put all this stuff over here. This is what it's going to look like for the Cancerian folks, okay? I know. So here we go. This is the Cancerian. Before I get into it, I know it should be like framed in a masterpiece, and I'm going to probably like print them on Instagram or something. I'm still learning how to do all that stuff. But I just want to get to the basics. Hold on. Let's flip that over here, and so I don't get too lost in all the other reports. So, excuse me, hold on. Let's just bear with me, Path. Dear Path Traveler, I know this is a really good idea, but I have to make sure that I can actually do it and not get too confused. The reports are already made, but we're going to go through them systematically. So I'm going to do this and this, so I can come back in a little while. This is your report, like I was saying, okay? Okay, so this is it. We're going to go, I'm going to say the same thing I did just for the Scorpio report, and we're going to get the same overview for everybody. They're all going to get this. Everyone's going to get this, no matter what sign you are, okay? So let's go through it again, basically. These are the general notes, and this is pertaining to Cancers, okay? All the Cancerian folks out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this is generic information. March is typically regarded as the Pisces season. So the Sun will be in Pisces until March 20th, okay? Then everything shifts and changes. At that time, the Sun will move into Aries on March 20th, and it will go through for about another month through the Aries season. Okay, we're not there yet. We have a beautiful Pisces new moon on March the 6th. Okay, mark your calendars. We have the full moon, and that's going to be Aries in March. Aries, Sun, and the Libra moon, okay? Aries, Sun, Libra moon. And that's going to be on March 20th at the 0 degree point, okay? The next significant item, Mars will be in Taurus all month. Mars just entered Taurus at the very end of February, and it's blasting open the doorways for Uranus, okay? Uranus is now entering into Taurus officially now, long-term, for a 7-year journey starting on March the 6th. We'll talk about this in a minute. Over here, the next item is we have that Mercury retrograde, also on March 6th, up until the 29th, and it's in Pisces, okay? So you all know already, Mercury retrograde tends to be a bit of a choppy time for all of us, but if you understand the energies and how they work, you can take advantage of this. You can ride the wave of this energy and make it work for you. Get the planets to work for you so that you guys are not a victim. So I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you just look at the simple notes here, can you tell March the 6th is a huge calendar moment for all of us, okay? You, Cancerians, and everybody, all right? All right. So basically, I'm going to show you the hot spots, okay? So this is just information. This is information. It comes from the ephemeris. It's a global ephemeris. It's the same data and information that they use for NASA, space travel, and everything, because they have to know exactly where the planets are exactly at the right time because of the magnetic influences, okay? And the thing is, with NASA and space travel and SpaceX and all of that, and the Chinese missions and the Russian missions, they use exactly the same data that we do. It's just that we interpret it in completely different ways. We take it into the personal field, whereas in outer space, they use the magnetic information to chart the actual journey of the spacecrafts so that they don't crash or go off course. So again, this is just raw information for you, Cancer. It's the same information for everybody. Now let's get personal. In fact, let's do it like this. And I don't have to hold the flapping piece of paper. So Cancerians, can you see? This is you, Cancer, on the horizon. We're making this very personal. It's all about you. I'm not going to discuss the Cancer North Node, okay? That's very personal, and we can do that in private. If anybody wants a personal reading, we can get into all of the serious details here. I'm only going to focus on a couple of essentials, okay, on the Astrodoodles here. So, whether you're hanging out here and you're a groupie, or whether you're here to have fun, or whether you're a Cancer sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, this could be relevant for you. This is the Tarot Lumination Astrodoodle for Cancer. So we're putting you on the horizon like this is your chart, okay? So let's get back to the basics. Right over here at the very, very beginning of the month, March the 1st, Uranus is entering Taurus over here in your 11th house. This is your 11th house, okay? And that is to do with humanity, your connection with humanity, community, hopes, dreams, wishes, and things like that. Your aspirations for what you would describe as a good life here on Earth that could be shared between yourself and others and you, to the point where there's no ego. In other words, this is very empty of egoic energy. It's all about the group here, okay? So for you, okay, I'd like to come back to this in a little bit because this is very important. I just want to go through the basic dates. March the 6th over here, okay? We have the Pisces new moon. It's up here in your 9th house. So this is really sweet energy for you, Cancer, because Pisces and Cancerian energy tends to be very harmonious, all right? It's just an astrological fact. The Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer and energies are very harmonious by nature. They call it what's called a trine, okay? So you have this new moon in Pisces up here in your 9th house. So this is a chance, an opportunity for brand new starts, new beginnings when it comes to like the big perspective, like a global perspective on things, advancing, you Cancer, advancing in your understanding of the world from a much higher perspective and your desire to seek greater understanding from a higher perspective. And that can include broadening your horizons. You might be thinking and looking at your life and your world on a global perspective, new life, new locations, foreign relationships, foreign locations, foreign romance, foreign understandings, foreign everything from like the energy of the big adventure. And that's a new start, a new beginning for you right up here. So if you want to take that down into the personal level, this could actually impact how your personal life works out at the personal level. In other words, you might be entertaining the notion of relationships with someone or entities or a life where it's all overseas from where you are right now, okay? So please allow for that. Next thing is I'm going to go over here to March 20th. This is this is calendar moments. These are the same calendar moments for everybody, okay? March 20th, we have the full moon in Libra over here. So Libra is down here at the foundation of your life, your chart, okay? This is the place where you sleep. It's home, it's family, it's comfort, it's security, it's nurture, it's being nurtured. It's the place where you sleep at night, okay? So we have a full moon here. The moon will be in Libra at the very foundation of your chart. Simultaneously, the sun will be up here in Aries at the monumental peak of your chart. They call it the medium coli. It's like the highest point of the sky over here. And so at the same time, it happens to be, let me put it over here, the 0 degree point. Okay, so this full moon is happening at the 0 degree point. The moon is virtually in 0 degrees Libra, and the sun is virtually in 0 degrees Aries. So it's very raw. It's a very, very raw, full, very bold full moon. And because it is a full moon, a lot of what you are going to feel in yourself, in your body, is going to happen in the context of relationship or a relationship or relationships in general. Your relationship with your home and family and how that affects you in the outer world, your sense of destiny. In other words, put this thing here, we talked about foreign locations, put this over here. How is this working out for you? Is your whole life being upended in terms of locations, situations where you have a new home and you're starting to see your life as a new home here, which creates a new impact on your destiny? And are you seeing where the sun starts into Aries here, new starts like new beginnings in your destiny and career that are fundamentally tied to your location, your sense of home and your sense of family? So there could be, in some ways, a lot of dislocation for you because of these energies here. But again, that's ultimately for your evolution, okay? So I personally, even though this is technically, in the terms of astrology, this is technically very challenging, all right? I'm hoping that you see this as like raw material, really strong, powerful energy that you can grab a hold of, that you have to grab a hold of in order to evolve and grow and get deeper and deeper into your destiny. And my feeling is that the foundations of your life are going to change in such a way that it's going to affect your destiny, and that your destiny is very contingent upon where you feel safe and where you feel at home, okay? So they look like they're very contradictory energies, but they're working together, and you might feel it most vividly in the context of a relationship, an extremely significant relationship where this dynamic all plays out like a very complex layer cake, multi-layered story. We can go into this in a lot more detail if anybody needs a personal reading, okay? Let's keep going here, okay? For you Cancerians, you've still got Jupiter and Sagittarius over here, which is really helping you with your health, improving your health, finding better ways and chances to just feel like more abundant, healthier, perhaps more than you've ever felt in the last 12 years or so, okay? Next thing, very, very quickly, dear Cancerians, that's you, we still have Pluto and Saturn over here sitting in your 7th house, okay, of relationship. So this is a very long, slow transit. In some ways, it's very deep and profound and challenging. But the whole idea, it's like it's an intense, crushing pressure for you to evolve and grow, take responsibility, learn what you have to do, transform in any way that you have to transform irreversibly in order to become a more functional Cancerian, especially when it comes to love and relationship, okay? Significant. This is the house of open enemies. It's the house of marriage. So just like happens in marriage, you can get the most intensely rewarding experiences, but you can also be exposed to the most intensely challenging experiences. And this is not going to go away anytime soon, okay, Cancers? Please understand that. Finally, let's get back over to here. We could talk about, I didn't really talk about the Mercury and Pisces thing. All right, let me just make a note here. Mercury in Pisces, okay, going retrograde. I didn't really talk about that too much, but it's basically all about, here, hold on. My feeling is it's going to be all about the communications that are going to have to occur between yourself and a significant other regarding your relationships to location and destiny and location, and having the awkward conversations, okay? But because it's sweet Pisces, it's very harmonious with you, I feel that these kind of conversations are actually going to be very beneficial for you. Let's get back to this one, okay? Because this is kind of the big news of the month for everybody. March the 1st, Uranus, March 6th. March 6th. Uranus enters Taurus, okay? All right? That's over here. Let me just double check everything. Let me get my Super Duty lens. Yeah. So over here, this is where there's some extreme volatility, all right? Extreme volatility. Mars, is kind of like the warrior. There's the energy of action, excitement, turmoil, turbulence, me first, me. I'm going to do what I have to do to get what I have to get for me, and I don't apologize for that. I am right, and know that I'm right, and I have the right to be me, and I'm not going to let anybody interfere with being me. So that's happening for you in this 11th house here, okay, which is very much about the community. So for you, dear Cancerians, okay, for you, you might be getting these radical shifts and upheavals about how you feel that you belong your community. It's a small community, a big community, a global community, whatever that is, because radical shifts are going to happen here. Radical upheavals. Mars is busting out the gates here to allow for Uranus and Taurus to take this. Remember, this is a 7-year journey, okay? This is a 7-year journey for you, Cancer, regarding your participation in the community, your place in the community, your hopes and dreams and wishes for humanity in the community, and where you belong in the community, okay? In a very kind of grounding, earthy Taurian type of way, very much to do with the land, the oceans, trees, forests, rocks, nature, and everything. So you might be feeling big shifts in your home and your relationships that are affecting your destiny and career in how this plays out in the community, okay? This is all happening simultaneously, okay? So March is a very, very important month of change. It's almost to the point of tumultuous. It's almost to the point of just, radical shifts in tectonic plates. Now, the sweet thing is, I know I'm going on a bit longer than I expected, but this earthy Capricorn here and this earthy Taurus here, it's very harmonious. So even though there's potentially a lot of turbulence here, it's ultimately for the good. in other words, out of the bad comes the good. So Cancerian, dear Cancerians, what I would suggest, what I'm feeling here with this kind of energy is that you keep yourself back, hold back, and do a lot of observing and do a lot of very, very gracious, kind, nurturing type of observing when it comes to love and life and relationships, because so much of our life is felt through relationship. So please allow this to happen. It's a very powerful month for relationship because we have this, which is in some ways kind of a very radical, open T-square. So as you go through the month, please allow for that. I feel that there's going to be a lot of, you're going to have to be extremely flexible getting through March and coming out into April, because this is technically challenging. This is challenging. This is sweet. This is sweet. This is radical, but it's actually very comfortable energy for you. The Taurus Cancer energy is very sweet, very comfortable. So please, what I'm suggesting here, what I feel for you, Cancerians, is be very patient, be very tolerant, be very consciously aware of your significant other, of your significant others, and allow them to change and morph and be who they are and what they are becoming, and then make some decisions about how you have to behave and conduct yourself through all of this. You don't have to give away your power, okay? I'm not suggesting you basically you concede everything to a significant other. All I'm suggesting is you're going to learn a tremendous amount through your relationships with a significant other in how this impacts you for home and career, the foundations of your life and the destiny of your life to come unfolding. And it has big, broad, far-reaching consequences, okay? I'm going to leave it at that, okay, Cancer? I hope you get something out of it. If you need to, follow the links, do the, you can go to the links to get personal readings and things like that. Or if you want to just write into Tarot Illumination, you can do so, and we can figure out what to do from there, okay? So I'm going to leave it up like this, all right? And I'm going to go check in with everybody, all right? Let's see who's here. Let's just see who's here. Okay, stay there, everybody. Yay. Hey, what's going on? Who's here? Okay, Path Traveler. Yay. Love Triber. Yay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look over here. Juan. Okay, you're over in Hawaii. Cool. Cool. It looks like there's 10 people watching. I don't know how most of you are. I have no idea. Thank you for being here. And we'll do this again. Right now, Tarot Illumination is, I think what we're going to do now is get ready for another video. Okay, we're going to collect these. We're probably going to do 3 or maybe 4 a night for the rest of this week until we get the whole playlist sorted out for all signs. So by the end of the week, we're going to have a playlist for everybody. I'm going to do one more tonight, and now we're going to call it quits, okay? Because we're off to a start. We're off to a good start. We did all the water signs. We're going to do all the water signs. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, okay? So next up, we're going to do Pisces, all right? Hold on, I want to look at some of the chat, see what you guys are doing. Hold on, stay right there. Okay, you're having fun. Path Traveler, lots of laughs. I'm glad to know I'm not bonkers. Good, you're not. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So with these energies that we've talked about, my feeling is what I'd like to do is share with you my personal opinions about all this. With the way the planets are right now, my feeling is that we can have every excuse and every reason to blame the planets for all sorts of extremely weird and unpredictable things that are happening that are very hard to understand, especially in our physical bodies right now. You know, Taurus is the sign of the physical body. And Mars is in there. It just entered, and it's going to be there for weeks. And then in a few weeks, when we get to March the 6th, Uranus is going to be there, okay? So it's going to be radical shifts, radical upheavals, and our physical bodies may not be prepared for this. I've been receiving some frankly bizarre stories of what's been happening in certain people's lives about things like very extreme synchronistic stuff going on, very extreme health issues, location issues, business issues, relationship issues, but they're very radical and unpredictable. And we just have to accept it. There's no point in trying to fight this stuff. It's very, very important to understand that these energies here that we just talked about, all of this stuff, for all of you, it never stops, okay? It's always, the wheels are constantly turning. It's just at this particular moment in astrological time, we've got very big calendar moments. The big one, the big one is March the 6th, okay? So mark that date. We're leading up to it, and then we will lead out of it. And the ramifications they're irreversible, okay? So it's basically what I'm trying to get at. It's adapt or die, okay? It's going to be a constant theme. Adapt or die. I'm not. That's kind of extreme. Adapt or stagnate. If you withhold, if you refuse to adapt, if you're biologically, physiologically, mentally unable to grow and adapt, you might experience radical upheavals in your physical life, the physical aspects of your life, your body, your health, your finances, all that, anything to do with the Taurian energy, okay? It's very weird. It's highly, we've been dealing with Uranus and Aries for 7 years, all right? But now we've got Uranus and Taurus. Please understand, if you want to, you could watch the Weather Channel, and that will give you some serious clues about what's happening, because you can see it's just radical, unpredictable, explosive, violent, really big shakeups. And that affects the human beings as well. It affects our bodies, it affects our lives, it affects every part of our chart. For example, let me go back to the other stage. Hold on. So, we were doing this for you, Cancer, but the illustration I'm trying to make is that all these planets are doing what they do for everybody. And so for Cancerians, it looks like this. And for Aries, it looks like this, okay? For Capricorn, it looks like this. For Libra, it looks like this. And we'll get to that in some of the other charts. But my point here, the point that I'm trying to make is that these energies are universal, and we all have to deal with them some way, somehow, okay? You too, Cancerians, in your own way. And we did that earlier in the earlier part of the video, okay? So let me get back over here. Hold on. Okay, so let's leave it at that. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out and showing up. And we will move on. Let's move on, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye for now. Catch you later. Bye. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just trying to do this thing over here. Give me a second. I'm trying to do a graceful exit.